All right, so I'm adding this in the beginning, even though it's really the end. I had no idea what I was about to experience. I did not know it was one big, humongous event, greatest show on earth, so I was completely lost. So I broke it up into 4 parts, so we'll do parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. So it took me a while, but I figured it out. Obviously, I'm going to have to cut this up. I did not know it was all one big theatrical event. So I'll figure it out. But so far, definitely different than anything I've seen. Historic. so confused. I don't want to touch anything. I don't know what's going on.
We are going to die, and that makes us the lucky ones. Most people are never going to die because they're never going to be born. The potential people who could have been here in my place, but who will in fact never see the light of day, outnumber the sand grains of Sahara. Certainly those unborn ghosts include greater poets than Keats, scientists greater than Newton. We know this because the set of possible people allowed by our DNA so massively exceeds the set of actual people. In the teeth of these stupefying odds, it is you and I, in our ordinariness, that are here. We privileged few who won the lottery of birth against all odds. How dare we whine at our inevitable return to that prior state from which the vast majority have never stirred?
I don't know what's going on.
Thus, from the war of nature, from famine and death, the most exalted object which we are capable of conceiving, namely the production of the higher animals, directly follows. There is grandeur in this view of life, with its several powers originally breathed into a few forms or into one. And that whilst this planet has gone cycling on according to the fixed law of gravity, from so simple a beginning, endless forms most beautiful and most wonderful have been and are being evolved.
Well, I had no idea what was going on. I thought it was 4 songs. It was one epic thing, and we have to cut it in pieces. Did I start at the end or the beginning? I think I should have done like the first album for this band. I mean, wow. 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 And she knew every word. I knew none of the words. So, except for "We Were Here," but that's because they repeated it. But I think I need to get a little bit more into this band. There seems to be a lot more than I know.